What's going on, guys? This is Danny Summers with Intercept MMA. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys can, please hit like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. That way, anytime we're putting out new videos, new content, new fight breakdowns, you guys can see it first. Coach Dan, I'm here with Coach Anna. What we're going to be getting into is when somebody has our back and we're falling to the overhook side or the top side, looking to escape, just kind of using a very simple and basic 2-on-1 baseball back grip. So Anna's going to have my back to start. Now, again, a lot of times when we're kind of showing techniques from this position, nobody really grapples from this position. This is just kind of like a reference point where we can kind of talk a little bit. But excuse me, there's a over and under side, right? Over, under. That's one way to think about it from the seatbelt grip, or top, bottom, whatever helps you guys remember. What I'm looking to do is when we fall to this side, is looking to get a baseball bat grip on this hand. One thing to keep in mind too, this is the only hand right now readily available to apply the choke. So when we first start off, my left hand, my left thumb is gonna be in a position to stop her from going up with this hand. Sometimes just putting my hand here and kind of being lazy with my elbow is enough to stop this person. So I'm literally focusing on keeping her hand down. I'm keeping pressure where I'm putting it into me and then downward, so she's not able to rise up with that hand. My other hand, I'm just going over the top to secure my 2-on-1. Now we're on our overhook side. So meaning right now we're on the on this side. What I want to try to secure is a 2-on-1, so I can start looking to utilize that 2-on-1 to bring the arm around my head. Now when we're in this position, naturally Anna wants to try to hand fight and attack. So even if right now she brought her hand and started to control my hand here, my right hand, if it's the only line of defense, is coming up and controlling right at her thumb. But for me, I always want to get back to a 2-on-1. So even if we're here, it doesn't mean like, even if you don't have it, I can't defend the choke, I'll just use this hand. But ideally for me, if I can get a 2-on-1, I want to keep this 2-on-1. So if we start and she has her seatbelt, I'm here. And I'm not letting her transition to anything else. Once I feel her hands break for her to transition, go ahead, like your hands. I'm going to bring it around. Now when I bring this arm around my head, I'm going to lift her arm, but I'm also going to, almost like a turtle going into a shell, I bring it around my head. Once I have her arm around my head, my left hand controls above her elbow at her tricep, and I'm pulling it into me. The reason why we're doing that, if I'm lazy, so keep your hooks in. If I'm lazy right here and I'm in a position where I'm not really securing her arm and I'm trying to escape too soon, if she pulls this arm back out, brings it underneath my head, now we're right back in that same control. So her arm on my head, I pull her arm into me. So that way when she tries to extract it, it shouldn't happen. My right hand is going to start to defend the top knee if she tries to transition. So now I'm going to start to rotate my hips towards the ceiling, and my right hand is going to act as almost like a frame. So if she tries to come up on top, I have this hand in position. My left elbow now, I'm going to start to bring down towards the mat. So I'm going to start to use my feet to walk, but I drop my left elbow as a frame. So she's not able to just to transition on top. So again, she's starting off in that backpack position. She has her seatbelt grip. My left hand is in, my right hand on top. We fall to this side. And when we fall to this side, again, I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping this hand as far away from my neck as possible. In my mind, I'm trying to push it towards my right pocket. Now, once I start to get her arm in this position and I feel her start to open up her grip, with my 2-on-1, I bring it around my head and then I secure it with my left hand. From here, my right hand is going to act as almost like a frame, so if she tries to transition to mount, I have this hand in position. I'm going to start to rotate my hips towards the ceiling, and now as I start to walk my feet away, my goal is to get my left elbow down between us. Because once I have this wedge between us, whenever she tries to come up on top, I could easily start to bring my knees into position and into play to either get back to a guard, sweep, go for submissions, whatever. So when we're in that position, where we have that over-under grip, we want to attack that choke hand. That's the one closest to our neck. So if we fall to that side and we have that 2-on-1, keeping it as far away from our neck as possible. If you feel your partner start to disengage their hand so they can start transitioning, bringing that arm around the head, securing it, and then checking the knee so they can't transition them out. Again, this is more basic. There's obviously other scenarios where if this person has our back, they have a body triangle, top side, bottom side, high ball ride, whatever the case may be. We want to make sure that we have different reactions to those. But for this particular one where they just have the hooks in, this is a good one to transition to. Simple baseball back grip, bring it around the head, secure it, check, move the hips, drop the elbow, escape that position. Give it a try.